Good morning, everybody. I know it's a little early, but wait. My VTuber avatar working? Yeah, okay, they're working. Good. Okie dokie. I know it's a little early, but we're going to be doing it early today because I got a bunch of other stuff to do today as well. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Okay, it is Monday, the 30th of January in 2023, and we're going to be looking at Steam store page stuff for yesterday, in quotation marks. Technically speaking, these games probably came out in the first 12 hours of Monday, because you're not officially allowed to release things on Sundays. But it does help me to break things up, and I like doing this every day, so why not do it now? We have 13 games to look at this morning, because we had a bunch of red light games. I think we have 6 of them or something. And without further ado, I'm going to get into it. Our first game is another Backrooms game, which is no clip into the Backrooms and never get out. Smiley face. All right. Explore several infinite levels of the Backrooms and survive in an environment inherently hostile to any human. God save you if you hear someone wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. And we have the Backrooms again. I think this is the 4th or 5th Backrooms game I've looked at so far. I don't know. It's been a lot. Alright, so we have more than just the initial environment in this version. Everybody loves a flashlight, and there's a spooky face there. Okay. Early access. It's done by Big Deal Studios. Did you do anything else? Nope. And we have 7 user reviews, so some people were looking for this. Oh no. Okay, so we got 2 not recommended. As of right now, this is not really much of a game. There's no danger to avoid, just a door to find. Okay. You need to add a reason to play this game. The amount of refunds you're going to get is insane. That's possible. Exits are randomized. Check out my review. The game is just a maze simulator. Okay. Well, I was actually kind of going to ask that question of like, all right, so how does this differentiate itself from the other Backrooms games? And it looks like this one isn't yet. It is in early access, so this may change. We're going to go over here. They had 4 people playing it simultaneously at some point, and the game page went up on November 5th. So we got 34 followers in that time. And 2 positive, 5 negative reviews. So I have done the math here wrong. What have I done here? Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely did the math there wrong. There we go. Haha. So they were getting some followers per day. Wait, no. No, I fucked it up again. Don't mind me. I broke my spreadsheet this morning, so now I have to fix it. There we go. That's much better. Okay, we're gonna try this again. There we go. All right. So 0.4 followers per day, not great for this one. This looks competently made, like it looks like they knew what they were doing, but it also doesn't look like maybe it was ready for release into early access, because there isn't a strong hook. Like, we've had like 5 or 6 of these backroom games at this point, and just creating the experience, unfortunately, is not enough to differentiate them at this point. What am I going to guess? They've probably sold maybe 200 already, so I'm going to guess 400. It is a very popular concept still, and I'm going to guess that Big Deal Studios knows that they have an issue in terms of not having the kind of stuff people are looking for quite yet. So I'm going to trust that they are going to fix that. And yeah. All right. So we're going to move on to There we go. 501. Color X Memory. Color X Memory is developed and published by Kaz Games and is on sale for $1.81, down from $2.59. Minimalist puzzle game to test your visual memory. There are hidden colored cards on the field. Your task is to find paired cards by color, opening paired cards. Good luck with your game. Alright, so this is a very simple memory game. Possibly one of the simplest I've ever seen, as it doesn't even have images on the cards, it's just colors. No reviews. Went to 14th January. Two followers and no reviews. So, while this appears to be a competent version of the idea, there's kind of nothing else to it. So I think I'm just gonna guess maybe 10 people buy that one and move on. To Dark Knight Maze, which is for sale for $4.24, down from $4.99. Developed and published by a game studio I unfortunately cannot pronounce. Dark Knight Maze is a very challenging maze adventure game. The biggest feature of the game is super difficult to clear the level. Players need to collect various equipment, improve their abilities, find the exit to win. Okay, we have a cute little pixel art friend here. And they are picking up. Did they push the crystal? There are monsters. I wonder what that was. Was that a box or a door? Now they're shooting the crystal. No hearts for health. That looks like a drone. So you do have, like, weapons. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but there's... Okay, there's another something. Alright, well, there are 4 levels in the game. Namely, simple levels, normal levels, difficult levels, and hell levels. Each level has a variety of challenges. Okie dokie. Oh, it looks like you can get treasure chests and stuff. Neat. A whole game set in a maze. Alright. Store page went up on January 8th. And they got 5 followers, but unfortunately it looks like no players. And no reviews. Sue, what do I think for this one? It is cute. Oh, you can do... Oh, no, these are difficulty levels. I thought they were upgrades. It looks like they have a lot of different kinds of enemies. I don't know what you're doing with the little crystal things, though. I am going to tentatively guess about 50 for that one. Unless there's something I'm missing. Moving on. To... Oh, no. You're gonna make me say this, guys? Alright, Efpiyes. Efpiyes? Oh, I'm guessing it's an FPS. Okay. Very clever. Carl Jean Goebel, who is the person who made and published this game for $8.99. Yes, it is an FPS, very clever. FPS is a multiplayer first-person shooter with a built-in map editor that anyone can use. Alright, cool. No user reviews, unfortunately, and it is in early access. So it looks like they've been updating this for a while. It was inspired by the venerable shooters of the 90s, an era of straightforward, fast-paced action, LAN parties, and creative tools you didn't need a game dev degree to use. Alright, an admirable goal. You gonna show us any of the dev tools? Dev tools. Nope, just... Oh, okay, here we go. Dev tools. Okay, so you can, like, dig into the walls. That's very cool. Huh. Alright, this is pretty impressive. Show me your charts, FPS. Looks like one person played it, and store page went up on January 4th. Got 4 followers and no reviews. So, Carl John Goebel, looks like you're the only person there. So, fantastic job making a game. Solo development is very, very hard. I will say, I think this one's kind of a hard sell because there are so many FPS games out now, right? And while I do really like the like ability to like make new walls and stuff, it doesn't look like you can do that during the game. So the actual game itself seems to be missing a hook, like a gameplay thing that compels people to play it. But it is very cool that you can build stuff. I'm going to guess, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to say maybe 40 people try this one. Moving on. Finding America, the Pacific Northwest, which is for sale for $8.99 from Boomzap Incorporated. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of that stuff in the URL. Okay, cool. Explore the Pacific Northwest! Exclamation mark. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, a hidden object game. All right, cool. Interesting that this really is just a hidden object game. It doesn't look like there's any story. They almost always have stories. Dive into the wondrous region and witness all of its delightful sights, from the cityscape of Seattle to Washington's lakes and Oregon's natural attractions. Yeah, it's really just, it's sort of hidden object game and maybe some other mini games. Okay, man, I should look into like I should contact some hidden object game makers because there's a lot of them, and I'd love to know what the business model is for them. So this went up on January 3rd. Picked up 5 followers. So if we consider this by like traditional Steam metrics, this game is not doing great. But let's see how many of these Boomzap has made. Right? Boomzap has made a lot of games. So, interesting. They're not just hidden object games. The recent ones are all hidden object games. See, and this is where it's kind of interesting, right? They made a Bejeweled clone in 2017, and then they made a turn-based tactics game in 2020, and then for the last 3 years, just hidden object games. And hidden object games that get 3 reviews, like sell maybe 200 copies, maybe. So, yeah, I'd love to see how these studios work because they confuse me. All right, moving on. So what am I going to guess? I'm going to guess 200. Again, that may be too high. It may be too low. I don't know. They confuse and amaze me. All right, moving on to FukTopia 5. Now, I double checked this one because of the name. I was like, you not safe for work there, FukTopia 5. Don't worry, it is not safe for work. So, FukTopia 5 is a frantic post-apocalyptic top-down game, which is a very vague descriptor, but as we can see from the visuals, it's a combat game where you appear to play as like this forearm sort of Goro guy with an axe, and you do basically combat arenas. I think it's just a combat arena game. Room cleared. Good job. See? Okay, is it just eyeballs and slimes? Eyeballs and slimes. Eyeballs and slimes. slimes with no eyeballs, eyeballs and slimes. So it looks like there's only 2 enemy types. I like this dude. He's definitely a choice for a main character. Each level is procedural. I think that's procedural, but misspelled. With random elements, so you will be faced with unique levels each time you play. The fast-paced action is spiced up with beautiful art found throughout the procedurally level generations every time you play. Okay, you only have two enemies though. Game does not run. Unity splash screen, then stuck on a gray screen and unresponsive. That's no good. Tested on Windows, in early access. So this was in early access at one point and is now a 1.0 release. Okay. Do they have 1 player? I'm not sure. Okay, so game was originally put up on October 6th, 2022. Grabbed a few followers. 1 positive review that is telling us it doesn't work. So I would normally count this as a negative review, but for some reason, Tim decided that it was positive for some reason. I'm a little confused. It does not look like this game works. And it is $17. So what am I going to guess on this one? Only 2 enemies? I am not sure what I would suggest for pixel art games to do at this point. I'm going to guess 30? It's an interesting art style. Yeah, that's what I'm going to guess. Moving on. To Land of the Mage Lords, which is a free game replaced gonna use my words. Developed and published by Efpiyes Games or Rafe's Games. Summon troops and use magic to defeat mage lords and other foes while surviving attacks from their followers. Learn new spells and recruit troops with unique powers. Venture across the lands, battling ever stronger enemies until reaching the evil Mage King. This is interesting looking. I think the capsule could be improved. Pixel art capsules in general don't do great. I do like the little beholder dude there, but this is very dark. The text is a little difficult to read, so yeah, I would take a look at that capsule. So who's okay? So okay, it looks like we're summoning these little dudes. I thought for a second that we were these little dudes, but no, it looks like they're all on countdown timers. So these are our spells, right? Yes, okay. You just used lightning. And then we have people we can summon, I think. Okay. Huh. Interesting. We have 12 reviews, so people are playing this. 5 ways of enemy troops and spells by summoning your own to do battle. Right, yes. So we are summoning troops. Okay, cool. A bit boring and slow at the start, but it gets better later. Music and better sound effects would be nice. For what it is, I did enjoy it, even if you can find old Flash games that did the same thing but better. And this was in early access, so this is now not in early access. Good. Thanks, Maddie. Very basic, little exploration to the game, nothing interesting. Could find better games on cool math games. That's a bit rough. Annoying Crow was here. Ignore that one true review that gave it the red thumb. This is the best game on Steam. Rude. Okay, Boom liked it though. I like the map. The map's very cool. So people are playing it. 13 people are playing it now. And oh, this was up for a while. Right. So July 1st, 2022. we have 9 positive, 2 negative. Not bad. What am I gonna guess on this one? Probably 500. I think it is free. It looks pretty cool. Like, I remember playing games similar to that a while ago, like in Flash websites, and really enjoying them. So, all right, best of luck, Rafi. And moving on. Mage Ball is our next game, and it is for sale for $5.51, down from $6.49. Developed and published by FM Simple Games Studio. I'm hoping this is about mages wearing cool dresses and stuff to the ball. Explore extraordinary magical dimensions in 3D graphics. No, it looks like we're a little bouncing eyeball. Avoid traps, chasms, collect magic potions, and solve puzzles. Find your way out by jumping on asteroid belts, moving platforms, rolling through tunnels and slides, using magic portals. Okay. Prove you're not the worst mage in the guild. I mean, you're certainly the most eyeball mage in the guild, I'm guessing. Unless maybe everyone is an eyeball? So I wonder if you have control over your bounces or if the bouncing is automatic. I think the bouncing is automatic, and so that's sort of the challenge, is like figuring out when and how to bounce and where. Okay, so getting these hourglasses, I think you're doing that on purpose. That would be my guess. It's a little vague though, because that definitely seems to be your primary goal, is to like collect all the hourglasses. Even though it does look like they're doing damage to you, like the red like explosion. I thought at first that they were enemies, but no, it looks like they're maybe the equivalent of coins or something. Hard to say. Oh, you can light yourself on fire, or magic fire, though it's not clear what that does for you. Okay, so clearly there's a very strong vision, haha, behind this one. But I don't think it's coming across in the trailer. Like, it's not. It's very weird that like the text is describing you as a magician. Oh, I guess you're a mage ball. Okay, so you're the mage ball. All right, that makes sense, I guess. Even though you definitely look like an eyeball. All right, cool. Right. Okay. One person played this. 8 followers put up on January 3rd. No reviews. So this one is like kind of the opposite of what is often the issue with games that don't perform particularly well on Steam, which is that like there's kind of too much hook here. Like there's so many ideas that this game is almost overflowing with them, and they're really really odd. So I'm gonna guess maybe 50, maybe 50, maybe 50. Try that one out. It looks really. It's very unusual. I have never seen a game where you play as an eyeball and bounce around before. All right, moving on to Mama Die and Retry. Mama Die and Retry. Okay. For sale for $12.85, down from $15.49. Developed and published by Night Studio. Mama Die and Retry is an old-school action platformer that offers a challenging experience through 26 levels and 4 boss fights. Fight with a working-class hero and discover new horizons filled with a lot of aliens and threats. Use your broom against them. Each time you die, you will retry. Okay. And then we have presumably Mama here with her broom. Are you always fighting little ghosts? Okay, there's a little ghost on fire there, and there was a sort of like big metal beetle. There's a big ghost. Oh, okay. There were skeleton fish there. So there is some level enemy variety. I wonder what the emphasis on retry is, though. Like, is this sort of it doesn't look like you're using your dead bodies or anything. Ah, there was a snake too. And a robot and some spikes. Okay, well, let's see if they illuminate what the focus on retrying is. Yeah, they are doing parallax pretty well. WebGL effects. Interesting. I wonder if this was originally a web game. Don't kill, just push back. Okay, so it doesn't look like you're killing the enemies, you just sort of poke them. Alright, that's interesting. And there's one user review in French, where they played quite a bit of it. Okay. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of like the visual style with all the parallax. It's very Mega Man. December 4th. They got 15 followers and 1 positive review. Okie dokies. Well, what am I going to think on this one? It's not a puzzle platformer, it's sort of an action platformer, so those tend to do a little bit better. But I'm going to guess 60 on this one. Yeah. All right, moving on to MrWang And Love. Okay, I'm going to open this one on another screen because this one also might be a secret and not safe for work game. One moment. This is one of those ones where it's like, this is very ambiguous. There could be titties anywhere on this page. No, there are no titties. Though, okay, cool. We're good, everybody. It's not a secret, not a safe for work game. Here we go. MrWang And Love. MrWang And Love is a game combining beautiful girls plus match 3 plus gal game. So we're in that area, which is why I wanted to check. In the story, the protagonist lives in the same neighborhood with 8 beauties. The protagonist needs to help the beauties eliminate enough fruits to trigger the plot level. Communication group. What? Okay. No reviews. Game went up on the 15th of January. They got 42 followers. They were very cute girls, but I wonder if... Alright. What am I going to guess on this one? This is obviously sort of like light ecchi content, so I wonder how it will do compared to like actual not safe for work games. Blue Sky, have you done other stuff? Nope, this is your only game. Okay, what am I gonna guess? 100 maybe? Maybe. I don't know. All right, moving on. To Rocket Jumper. For sale for $7.79. Developed and published by ZC_ZAQXSWC. Which is an interesting choice for a development studio name. The only thing that can move in a limited movement environment is the recoil of the gun. Okay. So I think we have some idea of what this is. Except that that's not true. We just saw us move. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is a virtual reality game where you move by launching yourself with rockets, I think. Maybe? Yes. Okay, so you have a sort of little... It doesn't really look like a rocket, though. It looks sort of like an air cannon or something where you just sort of puff yourself away. We always in this environment, this sort of dojo environment? Looks like it. Okay. You can only move with the recoil of an explosion and explore a dungeon. It's time to kill monsters, raise your stats, and explore deeper. We didn't see us raising our stats in the tutorial in the trailer. It would be a good thing to show. Oh wait, no, we did. We saw that. Okay, so we can raise our level on certain things. All right, cool. No reviews. All right. So, wait, we have almost no information here. It looks like it went up on December 20th and picked up almost no followers. Yes, only one follower, and that was the one that day. So, no positive or negative reviews. I don't think this one is going to do particularly well, even though it is a VR game, and they will usually pick up some people trying them out just because they want to have something to use their VR headsets for. But this one is an odd combination, right? Like, the capsule is not really telling us much about what the game is going to be like, and then the trailer shows a very, very slow-paced combat game. I was really assuming that it was going to be a game where you were shooting rockets, and it's extremely strange that you are not shooting rockets in a game called Rocket Jumper. So I am going to guess 10 people try that one out. Moving on. Over how long time is my sales estimation? Hi, Lost Sock Studio. My sales estimation is like total, but in general, I'm guessing for the first month, because my plan is after I've done this for a month to go back and double check my work, to basically go through the old data and see like how far off I was in terms of my estimations. So it's kind of a combination of total game sales for the entire long tail, but also mostly for like the first month, which is where the bulk of the sales for most games will be. There are some games that prove that wrong, right? Like RimWorld has sold a bajillion copies over a very long period of time, but most games sell most of their stuff within the first month. All right, moving on. Whoops, a daisy, typing in the wrong place. For Sentinel, which is a free-to-play game developed by Jack Perkins and Crisia Martinez, and published by Vania Games. Explore, fight, and grow stronger as you progress through this 2D Metroidvania-style platformer. Can you uncover the secrets that hide on our moon? All right, cool. So we're a cool cyborg person. I like the cyborg person. It looks like we have sort of Hollow Knight style combat. That was interesting. I don't know if we bounced twice there. Automatically save your progress. Okay. All right, you're punching sort of robot orbs. And we're kind of going through the initial tutorial section, which is not necessarily a terrible way of doing a like a gameplay trailer. But if there's a wide variety of environments here, or you gain new and special abilities, or there's really, really cool enemies, it's probably a good idea to show some of those, right? Like to say like, hey, this is a very varied game. There's lots of different places, and it looks like there are different places, right? We've got a crystal place here, something that looks like an engine room or something. All right, cool. Really cool looking game there, Jack Perkins and Crisia Martinez, inspired by the literature of Arthur C. Clarke and the 2D exploration platformers of the 90s, and definitely Hollow Knight. Sentinel is a 2D exploration-based platformer that takes place in an alternate future. The moon landing was real in this universe. After years of research, humanity finally discovers a way to enter the strange monolith. In Sentinel, you assume the role of a nameless bounty hunter. Okay, so we're very much like sort of a Metroid-like person here. Grow stronger. As you explore, you'll find new upgrades to your nanite suit. Ah, here we go. We do have a double jump here, I think. Or sort of a dash jump. Okay, cool. Short and sweet, but it packs a punch in terms of nostalgia. You only played for an hour. That's very short for a Metroidvania. You play as the purple dude from the adult game Third Crisis. What? Crow? Come on now. Game is well worth your money. Played for 2 hours. That's quite long for Crow. Crow normally only plays for like 10 minutes. I'm very confused. Some areas are hard to get to and are not passable. The blue jump diamonds don't bounce you as high as you need to get to some areas. Ah, that's not too good. I wonder if that might be a frame rate problem. Because it doesn't seem to have affected anyone else. Alright, moving on to charts. So, January 11th. 14 followers. So I think that's actually our highest followers per day so far today. Let's double check. No, MrWang And Love beats the pants off of that. Probably literally in that case. So Sentinel, not bad. We've got 5 user reviews. And 4 positive and 1 negative for the person who's experiencing a bug of some kind. Okay, what am I going to guess on this one? They've probably already sold 300 or so. Or no, they've probably sold about 150. It is free, so I would normally double an estimate. What am I going to guess on this one? 500? Yeah, I'm going to say 500. Moving on to Wojak Rush, which is for sale for $1.73, down from $2.59, developed and published by FukTopia. That is not where you put that. Okay, what? Are you ready to embark on a relentless struggle to wake the Wojak, who had a strange dream, from his dream? Wojak Rush is a cartoon-themed adventure game that combines parkour and roguelike game mechanics that you will use against hundreds of monsters that come upon you. So I guess we're playing Wojak, and we're trying to wake him up like we're in a dream world, I'm guessing? Alright, they have a wall run and a jump dodge. Okay, sorry, this one's leaving me a little speechless. It's kind of giving me Katamari vibes with like being a tiny person. There's kind of no indication on how you fight people. I don't know what the weird hat does. Is that a gun hat? The enemies do have health bars. Try to improve yourself with gold from enemies. So you do take your turret and dodge the obstacles and enemies that come your way. Okay, so I think that the turret might be auto shooting. Is that what's going on? Okay, yes. All right, it's very unclear because the bullets are really tiny. But if you look very closely and I zoom in, you can see that as you're running around, the turret is actually shooting them. So that seems to be what the game is. You have this auto shooting turret on your head, and it will shoot enemies as you run around and dodge them. Except it looks like they're very slow and just run right at you. So as far as parkour games go, it does not appear to be particularly elaborate. I'm going to check the charts on this one. I'm also going to check if FukTopia has made other games. They did. They made another Wojak game. Wow. They made another Wojak game just called Wojak the Game, where the description is, be the Wojak who can complete in the shortest amount of time with the fewest deaths. Okay. Alright. We're going back to Wojak Rush, because that's the one we're looking at today. This was put up on January 14th. And got 7 followers and no reviews. So I'm gonna guess 120 people will check that one out. That's my guess, based just on their previous game getting a roughly similar amount of sales. And I think that is it for us today. Not a ton of games out today, and that's nice sometimes. Yesterday I put in, okay, right. I do have actually a correction for yesterday that I should have done at the beginning, which was yesterday I said that there was something like 33 or 35% of games were hitting the no review threshold. But that was because the sheet was counting all of the not safe for work games that came out yesterday that I did not actually I hadn't looked at yet, so I hadn't put in the review numbers, which was bumping that up. So yesterday was actually only 7.69% games that had no reviews within 24 hours. It looks like today we have somewhat higher because we have at least 4, 5, 6 of those. So we have quite a few. But I'm not going to run this until I have looked at the not safe for work games and giving them numbers. And I think that's it for today. Short and sweet. Thank you, Lost Sock Studio, for dropping in, and I hope to see you tomorrow.